from Hollywood, California, it's the Megan Mullally Show. On today's show, David Hyde Pierce. From ER, Linda Cardellini. From America's Got Talent, Taylor Ware. Decorating tips for the holidays. And actor Matthew Davis. Now, here's your host, Megan Mullally.
Oh my gosh, we have a gigantic show today. David Hyde Pierce is here. He's the greatest. Taylor Ware from America's Got Talent is going to yodel for us. Yay! Who? ER's Linda Cardellini will be stopping by. Very impressive. Rebecca Cole is going to be sharing some holiday decorating tips with us. You remember Rebecca. And from the series What About Brian, Matthew Davis is joining us. Yes. Excellent choices. Now, you know my first guest from the 11 years he spent making us laugh as the lovable Dr. Niles Crane on Frasier. Now he's going back to Broadway to star in the upcoming show Curtains. Please welcome four-time Emmy Award winner David Hyde Pierce. This nice.
This is a nice place you got here.
I know, and
I love your family.
friendly people. Yeah, that's my whole family. They're all here. It's a reunion.
That's great. They all look like you, too.
Thank you. Now, you know, we met, I think, originally when I did an episode of Frasier.
Yeah, you were a guest star. It was like our fourth season.
It was your fourth season, yeah.
And I was, on that point, separated from my wife, Maris, on the show. For any of you who watched, or old enough, you're also young,
I know.
to watch Frasier.
We're all born.
It was a show back when television was young. And I was separated from her, and Frasier and I were in the coffee shop, and we met these two hot babes who actually, yeah, and here they are.
I didn't know you cared.
But we sort of dated them, and Megan was my love interest, and she was great. You were so funny.
I remember my line I kept saying was, "You're funny."
Yes. Little did you know.
That was such a great show. I had known John Mahoney. I did a play with in Chicago in 1985.
What did you do with John?
I used to ask him to marry me on like a daily basis. Oh. We did a
John
comedy.
was my dad on Frasier. That's
Yeah. And do you keep in touch with everybody?
Yes. They came to Spam-A-Lot show I did on Broadway, and so yeah, we keep in touch. And, yeah.
Did you guys see him in Spam-A-Lot? So funny. It was so great.
Yeah. I just went back. I was in New York this past weekend, and I went back to see the show. It was at me with my hair. Yeah. And it's been since April since I left the show. And I was so disappointed because I really was hoping when I left that someone's
phone is
phone
ringing. I'm not here.
You know,
I am not
yeah,
here.
I can't take that call.
Yeah.
This happens on Broadway all the time. Did you have this when?
No, they weren't really invented.
They weren't doing it back then, right? When people rode their horses to the show. And,
Yes.
No, you have it all the time. You make announcements now in the Broadway theaters, and they come up with clever ways to say, like, in Spam-A-Lot, they make an announcement at the top of the show that says, please feel free to let your cell phones ring willy-nilly through the whole show. Just be advised that there's armed knights on stage and you may find yourself impaled. So they find ways to deal with that. But.
So you just went back to see it. It had been a couple years.
Yes, and I had been, since April, and I really was hoping that after I left it would suck and people would not go. And unfortunately, the guy, Marty Moran, who replaced me, is brilliant.
He was in How to Succeed with Me.
You know Marty.
He's great.
He's
yeah.
a wonderful guy and a terrific actor. And the house was full, so it was the most depressing thing I've seen.
Shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Why couldn't it have all just fallen apart the minute you
and
left?
all my old friends who were still in the show, they all looked very happy.
Oh,
yeah, they didn't look. I
darn.
thought they'd be moping, but no.
Oh, that's terrible. But all your castmates from Frasier came to see it, and you guys keep in touch
Yeah,
and this and that.
I just saw Kels. I was flying back from New York, and I had not seen the X-Men, the last X-Men movie, which Kelsey, if he's in it, he plays the Beast, and he's this big, blue, hairy, amazing. It's a great performance. He's such a good actor, and it's a really heartfelt thing. But I hadn't seen it, and so I was in first class, so I had my own video thing, you know, which they give you. Yeah, the people in coach had no food, and we had our own video thing. That's America. And but I got to see the movie finally. He was great. And then when I finished watching it, on the plane itself, they showed a Frasier episode, where one where he was cooking a meal for Daphne and he was hiding in the cupboards, and it was hysterical. But it was
everybody looking at you like, well, that's the guy from the show?
Most people were asleep or reading.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
you don't get no respect.
Sometimes you get that. Like if you're me and you're watching that the movie's there. Sometimes you'll be sitting next to a person on the plane. It's like this.
Waiting to see if you're laughing
to see
at your
if
own
I'm
lines.
I don't know, to see what happens when you watch yourself on the plane. But, yeah.
So you're in another musical that's
Yes.
a brand new one. Don't get mad. Don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. It's just we've known each other for so long, and it's so surreal to be sitting here with you. It's like this
good.
whole new incarnation.
Oh, I know. It's totally
It's great, though.
bizarre.
I think
yeah.
it's very
I'm
cool.
mostly going to talk show you're a guest on it. It's crazy. But beyond that, I thought you were going to be mad because I didn't get to see your show when it was here. So.
Yes.
Oh, you're mad about that, too? Okay,
Now
great.
that you reminded me. Yeah.
Why did I say anything? It's moving to Broadway.
Yes.
Great.
You can see it there.
And it starts February, March.
That's perfect, yeah. Is there someone with a sign, or are you just really just applauding on your own?
They love you.
That's a great thing.
They love you.
I think that's so cool. So often the audience is like, oh, and people are with signs and lights saying, love! Yes, I'm doing the show. We just actually finished it in Los Angeles. It's called Curtains. It's a musical.
Called Curtains.
Curtains.
Yes.
It's the Martha Stewart story. No, it's I don't know. No, it's a murder mystery musical. And curtains meaning like curtains, people die. And also it's a backstage, it takes place at a musical that's out of town in Boston trying out to go to New York, and someone, I can't tell you who, is murdered in it. And I'm the Boston police lieutenant who's brought in to solve the murder. But the thing is, I also have a secret love of musicals. Oh. And so I not only try to solve the murder, I also try to fix the musical. And it's great. It's a very funny show.
Well, you're great. People know you from Frasier primarily, but
Yeah.
David is a great singer and great in musicals, and you'll have to go see it. But I want to say, too, that for years now, we've done the Alzheimer's benefit together, which is a cause very close to your heart, and it's coming up on an anniversary. And every year it's a musical, and everybody sings. And one year, the cast of Frasier did hair, and they wore nude bodysuits.
That's right.
It was great.
John Mahoney had a marijuana leaf fig leaf. We all had long hair and sang hair. It's called Night at Sardi's. It's a benefit in L.A. They do it every March. And Megan's done it several times, and it's great. And I have also, my grandfather and my dad had Alzheimer's, so that's how I got involved in that. And it is the 100th anniversary right now, like last week, of Dr. Alzheimer's meeting this 50-year-old woman who wandered into his office and had all these signs of like some, a person with dementia, like an 80-year-old. And he thought, what the hell is this? And he figured out it's this new disease that we all now know too well. But we're working, we're trying to raise everything we can to
You've done so much great work for that cause. You guys do not go away, because we've got more with David Hyde Pierce right after this.
Later, from What About Brian, Matthew Davis. Next, more with David Hyde Pierce. November is the month of Megan.
Woo!
All month long, she's got big stars,
Just done.
big performances, and big laughs.
We're spooning it out, Doug.
It's a big November.
It's getting crazy.
on the Megan Mullally Show.
Welcome. David Hyde Pierce has just been telling us about Curtains, which is a murder mystery musical that he will be taking to Broadway in February. Now, have you ever gotten to perform a death scene on stage?
No, not on stage. Oh, actually, I did once. Kevin Kline killed me 8 times a week in Hamlet. But I started acting as a little kid by doing death scenes in my house because it's the most dramatic thing you can do. So I'd like fall down the staircase and I'd write little plays for my elementary school friends where I get to die because it's so much fun. Not actually dying, of course, but pretend dying.
I used to pretend die too when I was an only child, and so I would lock myself in the bedroom with a sad song, and I would choreograph this whole thing where I have a mad scene, and then I would die of love.
That is so weird.
I was really weird.
Great. That's interesting. I was not an only child, but I was kind of a surprise. So, like, my brother and sisters are here in a clump, and then there's a long gap. So I kind of grew up as an only child. So I wonder if only children die a lot in their bedrooms.
Maybe.
Pretend.
Maybe. Pretend dying can be fun.
We have that in common. It's beautiful.
Well, and maybe many people don't know anything about it. So we've decided to give a few pointers.
It's an art. It's an art, and you should try this at home. Poison.
Here's water.
Poison is a good way to die. If you're going to die from poison, the way to do that, you have to give yourself an image. You have to think that you are a drunken cat with a hairball. All right. So you have your poison.
To you, darling.
And to you, my angel.
Oh, delicious. Oh.
Okay,
that's good.
That's my poison. This is my personal favorite. This is the one, Death by Stabbing. This is the first thing I did in elementary school. Here, come over here, and we need space.
Okay.
I used to always be Julius Caesar, who got stabbed to death. And I always thought that was the best thing in the world until I grew up and I found out there's a better part than Julius Caesar, which is the statue next to which Julius Caesar died. That's a statue of Ptolemy the Great, and you be the statue.
You guys love Ptolemy the Great, right?
Because Caesar was Ptolemy, yes. Caesar got stabbed by all his best friends in the Senate. Yeah, happens a lot these days. And so he gets stabbed and stabbed and stabbed, and you think, well, this is the most dramatic part. No, the best part is being the statue, because when Caesar dies, he does this.
One more? I got really excited. Yeah, one more.
Are you okay? Or you want to do that one again?
No, I like to do that again. Yes, let's keep doing that one. Keep doing that one.
Death by, what do we do? Shooting?
Yes.
Okay, shooting. The best death by shooting ever is Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway in Bonnie and Clyde. Have you ever seen it? It's the most beautiful death scene. So, in fact, or do you want to sit in the... Sit there. You be in the car. You're Bonnie. Bonnie was in the car, and Warren... Clyde was out in the field, and they're in the field, and there's woods all around, and the woods are full of Texas Rangers with guns. And what you have to remember, in order to do this successfully, you have to imagine that you're a pea, the vegetable pea, on a metal plate,
okay.
And someone's shaking the plate. You have to be a pea because you have to be very relaxed. And peas are the most relaxed vegetable.
Okay, I never saw the movie because I was too afraid because it was gory.
It's very simple. It's horribly gory. Right. It's just, so when I tell you, just remember, pea on a plate.
They get shot like 9 million times,
it's
right?
horrifying.
Okay.
But just relax and imagine you're a little vegetable being shaken on a plate. Okay. And the best part is he's over here in the woods, and there's he hears the rustling in the bushes. There's a quick shot of his face looking at her, and then a shot of her face looking at him, and then gunfire everywhere, and then pea on a plate. Just shake like a pea on a plate. And then...
See David Hyde Pierce on Broadway and Curtains. Go to meganshow.com. Coming up next from America's Got Talent, yodeling sensation Taylor Ware. We'll be right back.
Still ahead, Linda Cardellini brings a surprise for Megan.
Yeah, I heard that you are a little squeamish, so...
Oh, no!
Next, from America's Got Talent, Taylor Ware.
Oh.
See why everyone's screaming for more Megan. On the next Megan Mullally Show, she sees the future on media. It's Patricia Arquette. Plus, Comedy Wednesday continues with the hilarious Tom Arnold. It's all on the next Megan Mullally Show.
Took the country by storm and went all the way to the final 3 on America's Got Talent. Here performing He Taught Me to Yodel. Please welcome Taylor Ware.
I want to go out to Switzerland where all the yodelers be. Try to learn to yodel with the yodel-o-dee-o. Walk on the big high mountain on a clear and sunny day. There are many yodeling guys and little chalet. He taught me yodel.
You guys can't yodel like that. Congratulations. You made it to the final 3 on America's Got Talent. That must have been exciting.
It was so much fun. I mean, I came out here to Hollywood, and I just had so much fun, and I was really surprised that they actually liked my yodeling and that America actually voted for me. I remember waiting backstage, and I'd seen other talents that had strange talents, and the judges didn't like them.
Yeah.
And then I'd seen other people and they had strange talents and they loved them. And so I didn't know whether to say that I yodel or not. And so I went, about 2 seconds before I was supposed to go on, I said, you know what? I'm saying I yodel.
Now I know, we just heard you yodel. It was great. Do you teach yodeling by any chance?
Yeah, like when I perform at fairs. I teach yodeling. Would you like me to teach you to yodel?
Yes. I do. I want to learn. But I need some help. I need one audience helper because I'm not doing this for myself. Okay. Here, come on up. Come on up. The guys in the back row are really into yodeling. Come on up. Hi, what's your name? Hi, Brianna. Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. Let's put our professional yodeler in the middle here.
You.
Brianna from Chicago. Okay, now what do we do first?
Well, the first step is Very good. Aren't they good?
Yeah. All right. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, and the second step is
I feel like a seal.
Good.
All right.
And now the third step is a little saying that you put into a yodel, and it goes like this. Little odele, hoo.
Little odele, hoo. I was a yodeler in a past life.
Very good.
Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Little odele, hoo. Oh, you did a little harmony with me. I like that. All right. Thank you very much. Nice job, Brianna from Chicago. A natural yodeler. Thank you, Taylor. I want to learn more, so you have to come back. To find more out about Taylor, go to our website at meganshow.com. Why don't you take us to commercial with a little more yodeling.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Coming up, Rebecca Cole gives holiday decorating tips that will last through the new year. Next, ER's Linda Cardellini. Don't just watch The Megan Mullally Show, be a part of it.
Hit it!
For your chance to win a trip to the show, just go to meganshow.com and enter the Put More Variety in Your Day sweepstakes. Brought to you by Doubletree Hotels, with more than 180 hotels and resorts across North America.
It's good. It's good stuff.
It's all at meganshow.com.
My next guest plays Nurse Samantha Taggart on the long-running medical drama ER. Watch this.
You told me those drug samples were for Dr. Weaver's patient. Well, they weren't. Technically. Well, technically, you lied to me. There are rules for breaking the rules, rookie, and rule number 1 is that you never ever lie to the nurses. You got me?
Please welcome Linda Cardellini! I just got my ears pierced like 2 years ago, and I'm still not quite used to it. We just kind of had a little earring snag
I know,
there.
these are gigantic. I'm trying
I
to bring the
was
80s back with my
afraid.
ears.
Yeah. So how are you? I'm so glad you're here. You're so great on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very mean in that clip. She's had it. But it's funny, actually the funny thing about that clip is I was on a show called Freaks and Geeks with the girl in that clip, Busy Phillips. Thanks. And on that show, she was terribly mean to me. So it's kind of role reversal in ER.
That's good. That show, Freaks and Geeks, only lasted for 1 season, but it became a big cult classic.
Yeah, I meet people all the time who love the show. And it's funny because I met somebody recently who had named his daughter Lindsay after my character. Yep.
Really?
So it was flattering.
How
and
interesting.
scary.
Well, was it, so going from, because then you went pretty much right into E.
Then I did the Scooby-Doo movies.
Scooby-Doo movies, and then into your, so but this is your 3rd season, right?
This one's like going into my 4th, yeah, because I joined a couple episodes in.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's the show's 13th season.
It just keeps, you know, being born again.
I know. And we've been having, I mean, I don't know, 13th season's the charm, but this season has been getting great ratings, and you know, we have press there all the time, and it's sort of having this resurgence.
You've got a great cast right now.
We do. We
Really
have an
great
awesome
group.
cast.
Got John Stamos.
John
is
Stamos
new.
just joined, yeah.
How's that going?
Oh, he's such a nice guy. You know, when you've seen somebody around, you know, as much as you've seen John on shows and stuff, you always wonder what it's going to be like when he comes into the show. And, I mean, he was closer friends with everybody there in an instant than all of us who'd been there for years. I mean, he's really just an easy guy to get along with.
He's a good guy. He, when I was doing How to Succeed on Broadway, a musical, and he replaced briefly Matthew Broderick, who had to leave to do a movie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so we did a couple of months of, you know, we sang into each other's eyes, and
how was it?
it was nice.
There you go. There you go.
How bad could it be?
Yeah, really. No,
Yeah.
he's great. He actually is so nice. My parents are huge, my family's huge Beach Boy fans, and he plays with the Beach Boys.
Right.
Yes.
That's
and
so weird. I always forget
remember,
that.
when I was a kid, like I was watching him in Kokomo playing those bongos in the back, and he took my family to a Beach Boys concert in Northern California and got them backstage and everything. So he was so kind to my
nice.
family, yeah.
What a good guy.
I know.
John Stamos, All-American Boy.
That's right.
Now, you were in the Scooby-Doo movies.
I was, yes.
Which I confess, I missed those somehow.
You
Is
can
that bad?
still catch them.
Okay,
It's okay.
I can
There's
rent
still
them.
time. There's still time.
I can rent them. Now, I hear that you did a different voice.
I did. Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure you understand what it's like.
Yeah.
I think it's very different, and then someone will be like, that sounds just like Velma, and I'm like, oh, no. Because I thought I was really doing a character. Like, she talks a little bit like this, and
Well, that sounds
whenever I
different.
meet little kids, you know, I'll say, I was Velma, and they don't believe me until I do the voice. And then, you know. But
Because I've seen pictures. I know you played the kind of, with the glasses and the whole thing. Yeah.
I played Velma, which was great. I mean, not so often do you get to play a character that's so broad, and she's smart, too. So it was really fun, and that was my favorite cartoon growing up, so.
Yeah, me too. I love that cartoon. Now, you had a part in Brokeback Mountain,
Yes.
which is very, very fancy. That
Yes,
must have been
it was
fun.
It was incredible.
And it got, you know, nominated for and won
for
a million
everything.
awards.
Yeah, it was an incredible. I mean, the script itself was so beautiful, and the people involved is, you know, I knew it was going to be something that was of good quality, but I had no idea I would be involved with something that was so huge.
And so then all of a sudden you're at all the fancy award shows and doing all of that stuff.
Right.
What did you think?
What do you think? I mean,
I know, right? Yeah, it's a long story.
It's great. I mean, it's the thing. It's all the things that you want to do and dream about doing. And you know, I remember getting dressed up and getting my hair done and being so excited. And then
I read in a magazine that they said I had an ER hair emergency with a hairstyle that I showed up with. And then in a similar magazine, they said it was one of the greatest hairstyles they'd ever seen. So, you know, it's...
On the same day, same hairstyle.
Yeah, it was really kind of one of those things
magazines
where you learn it's in the eye of the beholder. And
if you ever... They got to fill, you know, they got to fill up all those pages every week. Don't forget this. I don't read any of those because it's just, I can't, it's too much. But, you know, they got to fill it all up, so you can't take anything personally. And then if you ever say anything to one of those people, they remember it for the rest of eternity. I remember when I first got married, somebody said, "Are you going to have kids?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm already 45,000 years old, so who knows?" And then literally like 6 months later, sitcom stars baby heartbreak. I was like, "What?
Are you serious?"
Yeah. No, they just take it. It keeps going. It's, you know, goes into a time capsule. They shoot it into space. I don't know.
Oh no! Oh no! There are things that can definitely haunt me. But...
Now, I understand you have a surprise for me. I mean, a real surprise. I have no idea what this is.
It is a surprise. I heard, well, I heard, you know, on ER we deal with a lot of disgusting things. And I heard that
there's something bloody that's
yeah, I
coming
heard
around
that
the
you
corner.
are a little squeamish, so.
Oh, no! I have to stand up because I might
This is
pass
something
out.
we just worked with a couple
You know,
days ago.
Let me say, I'm good in real life. Like, if there's an accident, I'm great. But when it's fake, it freaks me out.
This is disgusting. This is a story about a guy who has a lot of pressure in his abdomen, and then we're forced, Dr. Weaver's forced to cut him open, and some things
You do
are
this every
exposed.
day. This
we
is
do.
what you do
And
every day.
here, I'm going to put these gloves on. There's some gloves for you. Figured you could get your hands a little dirty. Maybe make it a little easier for you to watch.
Oh, God.
This is what I do at work all day.
I feel a little
It's not that hard.
shaky already. And it hasn't even...
And here is a young man's torso.
It's just some
But if you
organs
look in here, and
coming out.
there is a...
You're gonna go. We're going in.
This is an intestine.
We're going in.
If
What's
you
it
look
made
in here,
of?
this is made of some kind of silicone. I think this thing
Linda.
costs, thousands and thousands of dollars.
Ew.
It's amazing. But in here, she makes one cut where you get through, you know, some of the skin and the tissue, and then here's some muscle, and then here's some other fatty tissue. And then there was, at one point, there was a rig where if you pulled the thing, these intestines just came falling out. So I figured you could, and then, you know, this is what we did.
sausage?
So then in between takes, exactly.
It's yummy.
In
Lunch. Oh, gross.
In
You
between
guys-
takes, we shove them back in, and then we pull them back out again.
Ew, it's still moving after you
ahead.
put it back in. This is really not good. The reason this is so gross is because I know that they make it as real as possible. So this is really what it would sort of be like, except it wouldn't be made of rubber.
Right, right. And then it was funny because yeah. It was,
Thanks, Linda. Next time, bring like a kitten or something. Please come back. Check out ER on NBC Thursdays. Up next, design expert Rebecca Cole returns with winter decor tips. Woo!
Still ahead, Matthew Davis from What About Brian? Next, holiday decorating tips you won't want to miss.
That's fantastic. It's beautiful.
The Megan Mullally Show. Anything can happen, and everything will. If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and would like tickets to our show, go to www.meganshow.com or call us at 1-888-MEGAN-LIVE.
With winter right around the corner, I thought it was time to get some decorating ideas that will work not just for the holidays, no, but for the entire season and into the new year. And who better to show us than my good friend and great designer, Rebecca Cole! All right, so you're telling me, I suppose, that now, right this very moment, is the time to decorate the house so you get it out of the way, right?
Right, get it out of the way and do something that will last through all the seasons. Not all this, not like summer. take it down
Day.
before summer, please.
Okay.
I mean, like from Thanksgiving through the holidays, the New Year, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever. You know, take it down in February. And the way to do that is to go natural.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
So take your clothes off and do your decorating. Just go
I can do that.
It's so
I
much
can
more
do that.
fun, less stressful.
Don't ask me twice. All right. What's happening?
Okay,
what are we
so
doing
what's
first?
happening is that we want to go natural for several reasons. One is that I think that it'll go with every kind of decor. You know, modern, it looks really cool. Traditional, it looks really cool. It's also the reason why we use some of these traditions is because that's the holidays were ancient harvest traditions, like the tree, the wreath, things like that.
You're so spiritual. Who knew?
Yeah, who knew? Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to make our own balls.
All righty.
And you know,
looking forward to
might
that.
have plenty of those in your closet. Okay.
Somewhere.
So we could do a natural one.
Oh, that's
I mean,
pretty.
a live one, and that we
Yeah.
would use this kind of oasis. You just wet it and do it. We could do it with a little wicker ball and put little cute little dried things on it. We could do it with this. Why don't you do it with that?
All right.
Do it with that. And we're going to put moss on it.
Moss. Oh, okay. I see
That's
some
right
over
here.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do that. And here, you put it on. It's going to fall right off unless you use this bobby pin.
Look how clever.
And you pin it on. Right? Exactly.
Just like so.
Okay, I need some bobby pins over here. The other thing, while you do that, I'm going to actually show you this other cool thing. Sea glass. Okay? Sea glass balls. Look at that. Isn't that lovely?
That's
It looks
beautiful.
very expensive, but it's not.
How did you, a six,
Okay,
the sea glass.
there you go. I'm glad you asked, Meg.
This is what we used to do in college, by the way.
Yeah,
Rebecca and
crafts.
I. We made our own balls.
Because we
And we're
couldn't
making
find
for
them.
this. You could. Okay, let's not go there.
No.
Let's not go there.
So,
She
wait,
was
I
quite
just
the ball
did it. I didn't
finder.
even show you how to do it. Wait, hold on. Okay. I forgot it's TV, not radio. Okay,
I know,
here you
I
go.
know.
So you go like this. You get the sea glass, you take wire, you wrap it around a couple times, nice and tight, twist it, da-da-da. And then, see, look at this beautiful moss ball you're making. Then this would be the little ornament in it.
That's cute.
Isn't that adorable?
Look, I got a
See, oh, look,
giant
there's a
piece.
tree that's just like that. Okay. All right,
the
moving
magic of
on.
television.
Next.
Yes. Okay, I'm
Okay.
still working
You know how
on
much I like presents?
I like it. I don't
You
want
can
to
bring
stop.
it with you.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you know how much I like presents.
Is that a hint? Yes. Okay.
Do you know how much I like presents?
Apparently not.
Okay. Well, I do.
Okay.
So I like lots of brown paper packages tied up with strings.
Oh, those are a few of my favorite things.
See, I knew that. So instead of ornaments on the tree, put little packages on the tree, and then everyone who comes by, you can give them a little ornament. I mean, an ornament gift.
It's the season of giving.
It is. Here, take that one and open that up and see. Now, look inside. It's not
something-
just wrapped with nothing like it's TV or
my
something.
gosh.
There's something in there special. But see, you can get little stones that say love on it, little birdies, little
look.
chocolates.
I got a stone that says laugh.
Yes,
and
there you
here's
go.
a note.
Little
Fan mail
note.
from some flounder. As you slide down the banisters of life, may the splinters never point the wrong way. Gross. Okay,
Sentiment. Okay, all right. Bulbs. Okay, we need to, we need live things, so bulbs. This is the time where we plant our amaryllis bulbs, our paperwhites, because if you plant them now, which is just before Thanksgiving, by the holidays, by Christmas and Hanukkah and the New Year, they'll be coming up. 7
She's
to 8
a
weeks.
gardening expert, too. It's kind of sickening.
Yeah.
Yes. She knows everything well.
Well, no, not everything. Okay, you want to wet the roots, and then you plant it, put it in here, dump soil around, da-da-da. We'll pretend like we did that. Water it, and it eventually grows up and becomes that when it gets older. 7 weeks from now. You put
So
paper
loud.
whites in, very easy. Just stick them in like that, water, and go. Okay, next. Come here. This is now our finished product.
Oh,
okay,
finished
look.
product.
Woo!
Magic.
Right.
That's good.
Okay,
pretty.
so this is, we've start here at the window.
Okay.
We just, we have our usual, we have our curtain, it's very lovely, but instead of the other ties, we're going to do natural vines right now because
Oh.
it's much more festive. Here's one of those lovely trees that we made earlier.
Yeah.
Right,
We
very nice.
made it.
Okay, here's our tree. It's a live tree, the kind that you pot in the ground with our little brown paper packages
little
tied up
feathers.
with
It's very
strings. How
cute.
cute is that?
Yeah,
Very nice.
love it.
The mantle, pretty much everything that we would have had the rest of the year is here. But we kept the milk cartons on and the beautiful things, but then we put them with vines that we just picked from outside.
And Yes,
Pine
beautiful,
cones, big pine
gorgeous,
cones.
all
Here's-
natural. And you can keep it here, and nothing's going to go crazy. It's not going to
Right,
get all
so
stinky
these are
and
pretty
weird.
balls. Exactly, it's going to stay the whole time. And the centerpiece is just always looking really nice. It looks very lush and full. But let's say you need to bring the turkey in. Okay?
I'm laughing about a dirty joke I almost made, but I didn't. Okay.
No, really, go ahead.
I really can't. Okay.
All right, so now the turkey comes in. We take this away. We give this to you.
Oh.
There you go. And then we can put all the other things there and put that on the coffee table.
That's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You're a genius. You've done it again, Rebecca Cole. All right, you've done it again. Thank you. For more information on Rebecca's creations and how you can get your house ready for the season, log onto our website, meganshow.com. We will be back. Don't doubt it, because we will.
Next, what about Brian's Matthew Davis? It's Medium's Patricia Arquette. Plus, Comedy Wednesday continues with Tom Arnold on the next Megan.
My next guest plays Adam on the hit show What About Brian? Adam recently found himself back in the dating game when he was left at the altar. Take a look.
I haven't done this in a long time. Stay up all night since high school, I think. You know, just talking. Nothing else.
Well, that's one of my rules.
Oh, you come with rules?
No sex until the 5th date.
And what date is this?
2.
Please welcome Matthew Davis. So,
Yes.
what about Brian one wonders?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are
Yeah.
all kinds of punchlines
Yeah,
for that
he
one.
kind of did you wrong.
He did. He's not a very good friend at all. So he, I don't know if you've seen the show, but I was supposed to get married, and he, professed his love to my fiance last minute, and she decided not to go through with the wedding and left me at the altar. And that clip was of my new love interest, who's actually a stripper. So I've decided to move on to better things like strippers. So I don't know, but anyway.
Are you having fun on the show?
Yeah, it's great. It's definitely a challenge.
Because you've done more movies really before.
Yeah, it's the first television show I've ever done, and so it's definitely has its own unique challenges. It's just the grind. Yeah, I mean you're there every day,
All
week after
day.
week, all day long.
Sitting in a trailer.
Yeah, it's really tough.
I don't like trailers. I don't like those little bathrooms like on an airplane.
Yeah, no. The worst is I share a trailer with Barry Watson, and so the toilets are back to back. So when you can actually hear each other going to the bathroom together. So it's kind of like a bonding moment between Brian and
I had an apartment like that once where you could hear the bathrooms were
Really?
back to back, and it was just like, oh, I didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
Now, the girl who you were engaged to on the show,
Yes.
is that Sarah Lancaster?
Sarah Lancaster. Yes.
Yeah. So, spill it.
Yeah. Well, we're dating.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
So she's absolutely lovely, and it was kind of funny because she replaced the original girl who was cast in that part.
Oh.
And I looked her up on the IMDb, and I was like,
Whatever.
whatever. And my dad called me. He's like, "What do you think?" After I had met her, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't know. I've got a feeling about this one." I'm like, "You've never met her?" He's like, "I don't know. I just have a feeling." I was like, "Okay." And sure enough, 5 months later, after having worked together and become close, she's an amazing person and a lovely girl. And so it was just that work environment, sort of that cliche that kind of brought us together. But it was really exciting. And so my dad was right. He had a sense, and he was
Your
right. So we've been
dad is a psychic.
dating. He is.
So, and I love that he looked her up too, though. That's
Yeah.
really cute.
Yeah,
You must
definitely.
be close with him. Now, it's okay that working together, you don't mind it. You go in every day.
No, I love it. I mean, it's tricky. I guess as two actors, you're always going to different areas and different locations and whatnot, and so you don't know what each other is up to. And so it's nice to go to the same place and have the same people you work with, and you get to come home and decompress and gripe about the same stories.
I've worked with my husband a few times. He's an actor. We've done
really?
plays together and other things.
And you like it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
love
great.
it. And so, are you going to go away for Thanksgiving, or?
Yeah, we've planned a trip to Park City. I'm from Utah originally.
Are you from Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City. I'm not a Mormon, but you know, it's all right.
It's okay if you are.
It's okay if you are. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not. It's usually it's like 98% of the time it's the second question, the follow-up question.
All right.
And but anyway, we're gonna go to Salt Lake, do a little ski trip. Her family's gonna come visit our family and have a little Thanksgiving together.
That's nice.
It's so cute.
That's so cute. You were in a big blockbuster movie. You were in Pearl Harbor.
Yes, Pearl Harbor.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was interesting.
With Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett, yeah. Both very great guys, and it was a great experience. I guess the funny story from one of the funniest, there are many, but one of the nice stories actually. I saw Josh Hartnett in a movie called The Faculty.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it. Anyway, I saw it, and I was in college at the time. I was a theater major, and I saw it, and I thought, well, gosh, if he can do it, and all these other kids my age are doing it, then what am I wasting time studying for? So I decided to pack up my car and went down to Los Angeles, and I kept the movie stub as a reminder, sort of a motivator. And I screen tested less than a year after I moved down for that movie with Josh as one of the kids screen testing. So I had an opportunity to catch up with him and show him the movie stub and tell him the story how The Faculty motivated me to.
I love that. That's a genius story. So you go see the movie and it inspires you. You keep the ticket stub in your wallet, and then X number of months later, you're standing there right with him in a screen test, and you pull it out and show it to him. Did he think that was cool?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. He either thought it was really cool or thought it was really creepy.
You were a nerd.
Like, I really love you, Josh. Sign my ticket.
I don't think you're creepy. We don't think you're creepy. We think you're great. So, you guys watch What About Brian Monday nights at 10 on ABC. We will be back. Welcome back. Have you ever watched those entertainment reporters out on the red carpet and thought, I could do that? Well, maybe you can. Submit a video showing me why you would be a good correspondent for the Megan Mullally Show, and you just might wind up covering a fancy schmancy event for my show. Just go to my website for more information on how to submit your tape, meganshow.com. I want to thank my guests, David Hyde Pierce, Taylor Ware, Linda Cardellini, Matthew Davis, and Rebecca Cole. And be sure and join me tomorrow when my guests will be Patricia Arquette and Tom Arnold. Thanks, everybody.